Right guys and girls, Mark Crossfield here. Today I'm going to share with you a really useful release drill feeling thought that you can use and I will use with students that just really helps them understand how to control the club face. So as it moves around your body, what that face is doing, what kind of twists and turns you might be putting on it. And then I'm going to play this hole using this drill to show you how you can put it into practice even when you're on the golf course. Because drills are all great, but they're a little bit abstract off the course. Sometimes your drills can be taken to the course to help you with your feelings of how to move the face and hit some better shots. Now the drill is really simple, and that's what I love about it. It's called the shake hand drill. So what I'm going to do is just use my trail hand, which is with me, my right hand, to try and feel like I'm shaking hands basically with my target. And I'm going to use it on the way back and on the way through, and it's going to give me some ideas of how to manipulate the face. So all I'm going to do to set this drill up is take my right hand, which is my trail hand, and I'm going to place it on the lead side of the club, so basically the target side of the club here, but I'm doing it in kind of this clap position. And what this trail hand is doing in this clap position is it's giving me feel of where the club face is. It's making me really understand that as I move my hand around, so in effect my wrist angles, and if you imagine my hands were connected like they are on the golf club, that means both wrist angles. I'm feeling more trail hand here, but it could be both. Basically they are moving around and forearms moving around as well, which in turn is allowing me to really feel and control this face. Now I can do this on the backswing and the follow through. So let's pretend I'm trying to shake some hands with someone here behind me and also going to shake hands with someone here in front of me. And what I'm going to do with my trail hand on the lead side of the club is literally rotate my body and feel like my right hand is ready to shake that person's hand behind me here. And then on the way through, same idea, club going down towards the target, kind of along the lines of my feet, but my trail hand again is here shaking hands with the person out in front of me. Now, a common mistake I see with releases and ideas of releases is as I do this drill, I'm trying to sustain some side bends in my body as I rotate. So what I mean by this is I'm not turning to shake hands with the person in front of me like I would in real life. So if I move my hands or if I just turn my body, because that makes me stand completely upright. And in a golf shot, what's going to happen at this point is your trail shoulder, so for me my right shoulder would be lower than my left, and look what's happening to my hand. See how it's now starting to point more up the sky. Now in the comments let me know who hits balls, struggles with golf shots, tee shots especially, that maybe slice off to the right. Well, if I'm coming through to shake hands but then my trail shoulder is lower, look what's happening to that face. This is the idea of the club releasing away almost from your body, and that's what this shaking hand drill can do. But you've got to make sure on the way through, as you shake hands here with your partner on the way through, that your right shoulder is staying down. It's lower than my lead, my left shoulder, and the same on the backswing. If I do it on the way back, and what I do is I just turn to shake hands with this person and stand up, well, what will happen is my lead shoulder would be lower, which in turn now is really lowering that face down to the ground. So again, I've stood up, turned to face this person to shake the hand, but remember lead shoulder's down, so now my palm's really turning down. This is a common pattern that you see with golfers where they tend to hood a little bit on the way back and then really hold off on the way through, and we see balls really curving off to the right. So if we can get you shaking hands with the person behind you, shaking hands with the person in front of you, but at the same time as I do this, so lead shoulder will be going down as I shake hands on the way back, and then on the way through, right shoulder, trail shoulder will be going down as I shake hands on the way through, you'll start to see those classic kind of release positions that you do see. Now, how can I use this to help me navigate myself around a golf course? Because the drill is pretty simple in concept. You're literally just putting your lead hand on the front side of the club and trying to shake hands back and forwards. So I've got 3 balls, 2 in my hand, 1 on the tee here. I'm going to play this hole out with 3 shots, trying to use the drill in different ways to help me get a feel of control of the face and show you how I would integrate a drill into actual gaming play, because drills are useless. I do drills with golfers so often and you can see they're not working for the person because they're so abstract they can't relate it to the actual movement. The more we can get you bleeding the drill into your movement, the more useful it would be. Let me show you how I'll integrate them. So I want to hit my natural neutral shot, which is relatively straight to a slight draw. So what I'm going to do is use the drill, and I'm going to feel like I'm shaking hands with my shoulders going down, so lead shoulder down, trail shoulder down, And I'm literally going to do it a couple of times just behind the ball here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to step in and now try and reproduce that feeling as quick as I can into a shot. Nice neutral draw, middle left side of the fairway. Take that every time. And did you notice how I really tried to integrate that smoothly into a shot? So I was just behind, got the feeling. As I'm doing it, I'm really trying to put that feeling in my mind and holding on to that picture, that feeling, that mental image in my head, and stand there and hit my shot. Quite often I see amateurs do a drill, abstract away from the ball, and then they take ages to hit it. You've got to remember, every second that passes, that image, that feeling is running out. It's degrading in your imagination. The same way that I can't remember what I had for tea 2 weeks ago on a Wednesday. I'd have to really think and try and recall it. It's going further and further back. It's getting lost. And I know it's a really short time compared to 2 weeks and what I had for tea, but it degrades quicker than you think. The more you can smooth it into a shot, into your routine, the more this drill will have some worth. So I'm now going to develop the drill on a bit more. I'm going to aim up the left. I'm going to try and move the ball back into the fairway. So I'm going to use the same drill. I'm going to shake hands on the way back, but on the way through, I'm going to shake hands in a way where I have my hand almost feeling like it's going under for the shake. And what this will do is just help me keep that face from rotating, hopefully creating a little bit of curvature. So now we're more here with the shake opposed to here. I'm just using my hand to try and control that face. So it's going to be the same idea. Just up the left, trying to hold that follow through off a little bit more. I might do 3 or 4 of them rather than 2 if it feels different and not as comfortable. And now straight into the shot. You see if I can recreate that feeling, which I've done. That's a beautiful little fade into the middle right side of the fairway. Yes, please. Now the final one, which I wouldn't do so much on this hole, but I'm going to try and hit a draw, so over almost the out of bounds and back to the target. Obviously I change other aspects of my setup and what have you, which I've got other videos on, but I'm now going to use this drill and feel almost like I'm slightly coming over the handshake, and on the way back I'm actually turning the hand slightly down, so much more a little bit down, a little bit down, to feel like the face is going to be close to my path, which will hopefully give it that little turn. Same idea, get the feeling into my mind, quick as I can. Try not to hit a car. Yeah, that worked. It's drawn a little bit to the left side, but it's going to hit the left side to fairway. Let's get up there and show you how I'd apply it to iron shots as well, because it's intricate with iron shots, because some people like struggle with pulls with their short irons. If that's you, let me know in the comments. And longer shots in, they struggle maybe with losing it off to the right. So let's show you how I'd integrate it into some second shots. And that's the beauty I'm finding with this drill with students, is they can use it with any club. It's not just a driver specific idea. Let's show you. We can use it with any club. So I got 3 shots with some 3 different conundrums. I've got a yardage here, about 15 yards shorter up forwards here, and I've got one that's got to go round and under the tree. So first shot, middle of the fairway, 107 yards. It's a good yardage for my 52. So what I'm going to do is just use my standard drill to feel a standard 52-yard shot. I don't feel like this is particularly going to shape a certain way. I can take pretty much dead aim, and I can work that feel into my shot. Nicely middle of the green, about pin high. Simple. So that was very much my stock shaking hands kind of idea. Didn't really do anything different. Now this one has some underhang, and maybe a little bit of draw shape out to the right and back to the left will help me here. And I think this is a great example of how dynamic practice, so having a swing for or a drill like this that can manipulate, it's not just about hitting the exact correct position, because you're going to be challenged into hitting so many different positions. Because I'm also using this idea of this drill now to take loft off, so the more I point the hand down at the ground and feel like it keeps pointing down at the ground, so not only is it helping me close the face for the turn, it's also allowing me to take loft off, so I'm feeling that my hand gets more of this kind of angle in my shaking hands idea, just to try and hit low kind of punchy draw. Out under the trees, good bounce, that's going to be up near the other one, middle of the green. So I've used that drill in various different situations, but both times it's given me the feeling to try and execute the shot. Now this one is a great drive, but it's 92 yards, which is right between my 58 and my 52, and I want to hit a 52. I want to go the longer side. Now a smaller 52, so hitting a more gentle one, I'm now going to feel that slightly palm up to the sky handshake. That's like under the hand handshake, because this one, as a smaller shot, I can turn it over. I can actually miss a little bit too far left, so I'm going to feel like I just keep that face from turning. And this is only 10 or 15 yards forwards of the other good drive in the middle, and already I'm using the same club but that slightly different feel. We get that nice neutral pitch in there. Hopefully pin high. Yeah, take it all day long. I start shaking hands with some better shots, some better thinking, more dynamic feels. Use that shake hand drill to get the feeling of controlling the face, and hopefully it'll help you hit more greens, hit more fairways, and enjoy yourself a little bit more out here. Let me know if this helps.